You ever felt that burning ache in your chest? The kind of hurt that doesn't just go away. Nah, it lingers. It wraps itself around your heart like a vice. And you can't seem to shake it off no matter how hard you try. You've been betrayed, let down, laughed at. Those people, they left their marks on you. They thought they could crush you, break you, and keep you down. And you know what? At some point, it feels like they've succeeded. They've got your mind spinning. They've got your heart twisted into knots. You walk through life looking over your shoulder, worried that the people who hurt you are still lurking in the shadows. Yeah, you still hear their words echoing in your ears. Those cruel things they said, those lies they spread. You start to believe it. You start to think, maybe I'm not worth it. Maybe I'm not enough, but listen, that's the trick they played on you. They planted that seed of doubt. They wanted you to forget who you really are. But here's the kicker, what they don't realize is that every time you feel that pain, every time you relive that hurt, you're giving them power. Power over your mind. Power over your life. Power over your peace. They're not worth that. Nah, they aren't even worth your time. You've been letting them win by holding on to the past, by letting the resentment build up, by letting your life be defined by their mistakes. And you've got to stop. You've got to stop living in that shadow. You can't keep giving them the satisfaction of seeing you suffer. That's not your story anymore. That's not who you are. Think about it. The person who hurt you, the one who left you broken, they've moved on. They're probably out there living their life, not giving you a second thought. And you're still stuck fighting ghosts, carrying burdens that aren't even yours to carry. Is that really what you want? To let them hold you down forever? No. Absolutely not. You deserve to live in peace. You deserve to smile again without that weight in your chest. You deserve happiness, unbothered by the noise of the past. But to get there, you've got to leave that bitterness behind. You've got to stop feeding the fire they started inside you. Because every time you relive that hurt, every time you let their words haunt you, you're just letting them win again. You don't want that. You can't let them have that power. It's time to step into your own light. It's time to rise from the ashes they've left behind. And when you do, trust me, when you do, the satisfaction of knowing that you've overcome, that you've become something greater than they ever thought you would be, will be your greatest revenge. But there's something you need to understand. It's not about seeking revenge in the way you think. It's not about showing them they were wrong by hitting them where it hurts. Nah. That's not your style. That's not your way. Your greatest revenge, it's in your happiness. It's in your peace of mind. It's in the strength you find in moving forward. It's in the life you create for yourself without them. That's the real power. They think they broke you, don't they? They think you'll never make it. They think you'll crumble under the weight of their actions. But in reality, you're growing, you're evolving, you're getting stronger even if they don't see it. The more they try to tear you down, the higher you're going to rise. You've got this. You've got that fire inside you. You just have to stop letting them keep the match. Stop letting them control the flame. It's yours to hold now. So don't you dare spend another minute feeling like you're not enough. Don't you dare let their hatred or jealousy define who you are. Nah. You are so much more than their petty games. You are bigger than their cruelty. And it's time to remind them. They won't know what hit him when they see you stand tall again. When they see you living without a care, without a thought of revenge. You know what that is? That's the best kind of revenge. They won't be able to stand it. Now let's talk about how we flip the script. How we stop being victims of the past and start being victors of our own lives. Because yeah, it's not enough to just say we want to be happy. It's not enough to just feel the desire for peace and joy. Nah, we have to make it happen. We have to actively choose that life. Every single day. Step 1, let it go. I know it sounds cliche, but it's the hardest part of the whole thing. You've got to stop living in the past. Stop letting the hurt consume you. It's like holding onto a rope that's burning your hands. The longer you hold on, the more it hurts. And it won't stop until you let go. They've hurt you. Yeah, they've done their damage. But guess what? They don't get to keep taking from you. They don't get to keep controlling your life, your happiness. Not anymore. You've got to make the decision to put that burden down. Release it. Let the weight go. You can't move forward if you're constantly looking back. Once you do that, once you let go of their control over your life, that's when the real change happens. That's when you'll start to feel the freedom you deserve. And let me tell you something, freedom feels like nothing else. It feels like stepping out into the sun after being trapped in a dark room for years. It feels like finally breathing air after being held underwater for too long. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. Don't let anyone shame you for choosing happiness. Because at the end of the day, your life is yours, not theirs. They don't get to dictate your worth or how you feel. So you wake up in the morning and you decide, today is my day. Today I'm going to choose happiness. I'm going to choose peace. I'm going to choose the life I deserve. Not because they want it for me. Not because it's what I think I should do. But because it's what I want to do. And that's powerful. You can't let anyone define your happiness. You can't let anyone tell you what you should or shouldn't feel. You can't let the negativity from your past cloud your future. Nah, that's not how it works. Your happiness is not for anyone else to control. Now, you've got to get comfortable with letting go. Let go of the fear. Let go of the doubt. Let go of the anger. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to take time. But once you realize that the past doesn't control you anymore, you're going to start seeing the world differently. You're going to start seeing possibilities instead of obstacles. And that's when the magic happens. You've got everything you need within you. All that strength, all that courage, all that fire. It's inside of you right now. You just need to stop looking outward for answers and start looking within. Stop looking at what others have, what they're doing, how they're living. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you want to live. I get it. You've been told you're not enough. They've tried to make you feel small, insignificant, like you're just another face in the crowd. Nah, that's not you. You're a storm waiting to break free. You've got the power to shake the world, to change the game. You've just got to believe that it's already within you. You've always had it. You just need to remember that. And this is where it gets interesting. When you let go of the chains that bind you to those painful memories, you're free. Free to be who you really are. Free to live your life without the weight of their actions holding you back. Free to grow, to thrive, to create. And that freedom, that's priceless. But here's the truth. Freedom doesn't come cheap. It takes work. It takes courage. It takes a willingness to step into the unknown, to walk away from the familiar and into the possibility of something better, something more. And yeah, that's scary. It's terrifying. But trust me, it's worth it. You have to let go of everything that's been holding you back. All those toxic relationships, all those hurtful words, all those doubts and insecurities that have been planted in your mind. You've been carrying around a backpack full of garbage, and it's time to throw that weight off. Throw it into the fire. Let it burn. Let it be consumed by the flames of your transformation. Once you do that, you're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel free. And that, my friend, is when your true power will begin to show. You won't just be living. You'll be living with purpose, with passion, with energy. You'll wake up every day knowing that your life is in your hands, that you control your destiny. You control your peace. You control your happiness. And when you live from that place, when you start walking in your power, your true unshakable power, that's when the world starts to notice. That's when they see the change in you. The people who once tried to tear you down, they won't even know what hit them. They'll be shocked. They'll be wondering how you went from broken to untouchable, from vulnerable to invincible. And you won't have to say a word. Your energy will speak for itself. Your strength will radiate from you. Here's something else to think about. Revenge isn't always about getting back at the people who hurt you. Sometimes the best revenge is just living your life. Living your life with joy, with peace, with love. The way they tried to break you, that's the same way they'll see you rise. They'll watch from the sidelines as you get stronger, as you thrive, and as you become everything they could never imagine. And that's a kind of revenge they'll never be able to handle. They'll watch you live your best life while they stay stuck in their bitterness, their jealousy, their misery. And you'll be living proof that happiness is the best revenge. Because when you're truly happy, when you're truly unbothered, that's when you've won. You've defeated them without lifting a finger. You've outgrown their smallness. You've moved on to bigger and better things. So don't you dare let them drag you back into the past. Don't you dare let them pull you back into their world of negativity and resentment. Nah, you're not going back there. You're not that person anymore. You're stronger. You're better. You're more than they ever gave you credit for. The people who try to bring you down, they'll never understand. They'll never know what it feels like to rise above the ashes, to reclaim your peace, your power, your happiness. And you'll be living proof that the best revenge is not to fight, not to retaliate, but to live. Live without them. Live unbothered. Live free. Because when you live your life in full color, when you embrace your happiness, when you finally realize that your joy is your greatest revenge, that's when you've truly won. That's when you become untouchable. That's when you show the world that nothing at all can break you. And that's the greatest revenge of all.